Oh, that's a red now. It was a green.
Seems like they run out of battery
Yeah, it was,
all the time. Here,
I just had it on and it was green. Now it's red. But
this one's green.
do I need it on for that?
Well, it's supposed to be, but the stream's gonna quit anyways, and it's gonna probably not upload like.
Oh,
last
you're gonna
time.
get what we've been saying and then
No,
use it against us.
Oh, there's Alan.
Oh, is that Alan?
Hey, oops. Hey, Alan, how are you? You're on speaker. We may or may not have this meeting, so just a heads up.
Okay.
Should I call Mike then?
Yeah, I'll try Mike. All right, just make it quick.
I hope everything's going all right, Alan.
Yeah, it's okay. It is gonna be the best possible scenario. I should say it's
You know, I mean, if we can't get Mike on the phone, let's just call it quits. We'll just redo this thing then, right? But if we can't, I'm sorry, if we can't get anyone else on the phone, like we're just done.
Okay, are you sure you want to go with this,
Yeah.
Alan?
Yeah, Alan, like if you were there with family, like this is really.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Uh,
I can do it if others are available.
Okay, and let's just make that rock fast. Jesus, don't say.
Hello? Oh, there, God. Hey, Mike.
There you are.
There.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got Alan on the phone. He's at the hospital and, we're gonna run through this quick as we can. And Eric is on the road, so it's just you and Alan.
Okay.
Okay, it's 6 o'clock. We'll go ahead and call a meeting to order. Call a roll call.
Harsted,
Here.
Fire,
Here.
Osby.
Here. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And just a quick prayer for Alan and his family, and hope everything goes well. Amen. Thank you.
Can we approve the agenda with the following amendments? We need to remove the purple wave agreements
Okay.
because we haven't received that. That needs to be moved to just under others, so it can just be administratively approved once it's there by Butch. And also, can we add an item where I can complete a claims form for submitting claims to on behalf of the municipal utilities, also under others.
Move to approve amended agenda.
Second.
Roll call.
Arstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, open comments. Public hearings. Considering, do I have to open it first, right?
Approval of meeting minutes, right?
Oh, I skipped one.
Yep.
Motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Move to approve.
Okay, one of you second?
Yeah, Fire was there.
Oh.
Arstead,
Aye. Second.
Fire.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion to approve the financials and claims.
Move to approve.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Arstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Motion, to approve the consent calendar items.
We have nothing on.
Nothing on there because we moved purple waves. Thanks, Mike. Open comments. Okay, public hearings. Considering adoption, do I have to open a public?
I'll just read that and then ask if someone is for or against
Okay.
it. Then we have a-
Considering adoption of amendments to chapter 4-R-1, single family residential district, section 4.03, lot and yard regulations, and first reading of ordinance number 369, an ordinance of the city of Crooks amending the 2023 revised Crooks zoning regulations by amending chapter 4-R-1, single family residential district.
Section 403 lot and yard regulation.
So, anybody out there in the audience have anything to say about that? We're basically just cleaning up some of the language.
Yep, it's language, just the corner setbacks, you could pick, and we ran into a surprising situation out there on, I think, Willow Trail, where someone would actually have their, I think, a driveway where it would block the sideways if they park their vehicles. I mean, it was some like, I guess, yeah, a scenario where we had foreseen this to happen, right? Wasn't?
Yeah,
It was the orientation of the garage towards the
intersection there, the roads are,
Eventually go west,
dead end to the west.
that house on that corner.
Yep.
Yeah, so we just, I thought that it needs to clarify that the forward facing side is the front yard.
Yeah.
Oh,
So no one opposed, no one.
okay,
And we did the first reading of the title.
so
Hearing closed.
any other? So I just close that now?
Yep.
Okay, we'll close the hearing on that amendment. And other business, Jake and Jesse are both here. And city engineer, we have a motion to approve water storage improvements, DW number 3, change order number 1.
Yeah, this is, for a different recirculation pump. In short, the pump that was originally, specified, approved, and actually installed, upon some further information from the manufacturer, while all the components were stainless steel, they were not willing to say it was for potable water use. Our intent is that it is safe for potable water, but they have, they more or less, as a manufacturer, have to pay for that testing and that certification, so they weren't willing to say that. So, this is recommended to swap it out for a pump that is certified for potable water, as kind of a CYA insurance mechanism.
Okay,
So that's in part to why that.
So- a motion to approve the water storage improvements, DW number 3, change order 1 on the recirculation pump.
Move
Move to approve.
Okay.
Harsted, okay, Harsted,
Aye.
Byer.
Aye.
Okay, now, this water storage improvements, DW number 3, pay application number 10.
Yep, so I'll call this the second to last pay request. This pays all work performed, which is everything with the exception of the change order that was just approved. And then it retains 5% change until the final contract is paid. So we have held 10% through the project. They've met substantial completion, which is the next item on the agenda. So that's often a trigger when warranted to around 5%. Considering that they've been meeting expectations, we recommend doing that, and then hopefully this time next month, they'll have the contract approved and done, and we will
Okay,
And contractor signed this, right?
Actually, that's a good point.
So only approve with contingency that contractor signs and you sign off. So that'll be the motion?
Yes.
Okay.
So move.
second?
Second.
Okay,
Harsted,
Aye.
Byer. Ellen, was that an aye?
Aye.
okay, water storage improvements, DW number 3, certificate of substantial completion.
This is a standard document for project closeout. The closeout rather is kind of the first step there, signifying the specific date in which substantial completion was met. For this project, it was when the water tower was brought into operation, which was October 15th date. So
say, okay, so a motion to approve the certificate of substantial, and Tobias has got some.
Yep, contingent upon like a contractor and engineer signing off on it.
Move to approve with contingency.
Second.
Okay, Harstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
All right, all, motion carries.
Okay, water system improvements, DW number 3, certificate of substantial completion, is that?
Yeah, same document, but this one's for the Rungy project,
Piping.
the water system project, so, same concept here, this is an October 10th date, if I recall correctly, I'm looking at it, but, and they did return this document, so this one doesn't.
Okay, motion?
So moved.
Second.
Harstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, that's all for the city engineer, utility. Motion to approve energy economics quote for replacement of natural gas meters.
Okay, I want to speak on that really quick. So that is about $45,000 for 105 meters. We can scale that back. The reason why I have this on this is because they have 3 to 4 months lead time. These replacement meters increase safety for personnel and for the customer. That is, there's a bypass bar on this. The bypass bar bumps up the cost a bit, but it means if we have to do work on the meter, there's no interruption of gas service to the customer. It means we don't have to go into the house or anything anymore. So I'm just asking for the provisional approval and then to get it planned ahead and move on with this. This would be done in the Renner area and either in the old part of town as part of the reconstruction or another part of town. But this would get us a ninth there, so over 10% of our meters would get replaced next year again.
And we have that in the budget?
I'll move to approve. I think it's a great idea.
Okay,
We have some funds in the.
second, roll call.
Harstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, now, under utilities, we've got lease water tower space for two-way radio system. That's a new water tower. I've been asked by Sioux Falls two-way radio if we were interested in, Buffalo Ridge Concrete putting an antenna up on the water tower. They say the average, yearly payment on these types of things is $1,500 a year, and I told them I'd bring it up at council and let you guys decide. And I don't
I
think,
have no issue with it.
Okay.
If you don't mind-
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it.
Comments, it's not uncommon, very common for.
Yeah.
counties to lease out space for towers.
okay,
The new tower here was built, radio ready.
Yeah. so there's no vote there, just
No, I'd wait for the
talk
lease if-
about it.
yeah, once
And if
that-
we get a lease from them, we'll bring it to council and, okay. Economic development. Mike?
I don't have anything to report.
I don't either, other than, next meeting in 2 weeks, we need, a quorum because the paperwork that got sent into the county for de-annexation for out by the interstate, had a wrong,
A defective legal description provided by the petitioner.
yeah. And so he has to advertise for 2 weeks in the paper, and now Sioux Falls Foundation is, they're nervous. Anyway, so that just next meeting, after it's ran 2 weeks, we'll have to vote on it again. Planning and zoning,
They work on landscaping standards, so that hearing may be coming up in December. Otherwise, major street plan is getting updated right now, which they'll be in alignment with our tree trimming update on that ordinance. So it's really a lot of cleanup items. And another thing I nudged him on is redoing our general business districts like years ago. Jake had forwarded something where you can do zoning based on density and the business activity. So that's something I asked them to review, but otherwise they're reviewing, their documents and just not much, I guess, I don't want to say nothing exciting happening, but a lot of, good changes that they're considering.
Okay, I don't have anything for streets other than, the Phase 2 project coming up. Government buildings and IT infrastructure, anything, Alan?
Nope, nothing to report.
Okay, and parks, I'll just bring this one up, Mike, on the pickleball court and the LWCF application, we were looking at possibly making a second court on the old basketball court at, New Hope Park, right next to the pickleball court that's there. And, you got anything, Mike, on that or anything else?
No, I just, we did have a Parks Board meeting. I do have another, person I would like added to the Park Board. Travis Zink, was never really officially added. And he is very interested, so I'd like to get him added. And, after group discussion, we had 7 of us there for the meeting. And, after discussion with the group, I think we're going to try and do quarterly meetings. So our next meeting won't be until January.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Another thing I want to talk about too is like, I'm working diligently on getting this land purchase figured out and the plat figured out. I've been running after the guys, and it's been proven to be quite difficult to get them to sign, like to a point now where we have an issue with one of the fellows. I understand reading the plat, but like if they're making, like it's turned into a 1.5, 2-month project now trying to get this. So I guess the heads up I want to give is like, I'm working on it, but like it's kind of coming down to the wire. And if they have the auction going and that thing is not filed, I don't know what much we have.
I don't think they have, set up an auction yet.
Yeah, no, but yeah, late November and
Yeah, but I talked to the auctioneer that I think they're using, he hasn't even talked to him.
well, and I don't want to sound alarmist, but just like saying, hey, heads up, we're working
Yeah.
on it, but it's turned into quite a,
I think usually those auctions, the closing would be 6 weeks or so after
Yeah.
the auction date, so you presumably have time between auctions.
Yeah.
If it came down to it.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'd say on Travis Inc., you got somebody that wants to come to a meeting and participate, why not?
Well,
And, finance,
not much end of year stuff, so we're starting to, clean up our books, getting assets capitalized, looking at some of the tax law changes, that the whole tax tips on overtime. I mean, I don't think that's really gonna be a big effect this year. The other big things we did, revise our utility rates for the upcoming year, so that's some time we spent on, which just did our regular CPI increase, so that was good. Overall, I think we're faring well. We're doing a supplemental appropriation we have on the agenda tonight. There may be another one coming through, depending on some of the end of year items that are coming up, but yeah, nothing really to really much report on besides that.
okay. Code enforcement, animal control,
Following up with a bunch of properties, this time actually on some more of a safety items where branches are blocking the view. So there's one property that I may need to abate against either this week or next week, just because that's been, it's just been an intractable property owner.
okay. Volunteer acknowledgement, I just like to acknowledge the Veterans Park Board for the great job they've done so far, and it's a master class on volunteering, and you have a project to get it done and figure out, they figured out where they're getting their money and went after it. Anyway, renewal of alcoholic beverage licenses for 2026. Lucky Lads, retail on sale, the Wooden Nickel, retail on sale and off sale, and Winter Green Acres, retail on sale.
None of those businesses have violations against them. Applications are all completed. Payment has been received. So,
We
Can
need
you
them.
do one motion to approve them all?
yep, that's what I would do.
So move.
Second,
Roll call.
Arstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
And then the next one is the Purple Wave auctions item, so Butch can sign that once it comes through, or I can sign that, but they haven't updated it yet. If we could get the administrative okay there, or the okay to do that. That's for the natural gas generator.
Need a motion?
Yep.
Move.
Second.
Okay. Arstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, then the other item was that I can sign claim paperwork. Has to do with a customer, and there's some issue going on with the business sale, so I can't talk too much, but we need to have someone be authorized to sign claims for that so we can get paid. It involves utility services we're furnishing there and agreeing that Hennepin County is the legal jurisdiction if we have to go. I'd like to get a motion to say, okay, file that with the attorney's approval that we can do that as well.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Harstead and Fire. Okay, Harstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, second reading of ordinance 366. An ordinance of the city of Crooks, South Dakota, amending the 2023 revised Crooks zoning regulations by amending chapter 5-R-2 multifamily residential district and chapter 20 definitions, section 20.02 definitions. That's the second reading, so we need a motion.
Yep, motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, Harstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried.
Okay, second reading of ordinance 367. City ordinance 367, supplemental appropriation ordinance, an ordinance of the city of Crooks, South Dakota, providing for a 2025 supplemental appropriations, be it ordained by the city of Crooks that the following sum supplementally appropriated to meet the obligations of the municipality for 2025. The total is 40,000. Is that right? Or
There's
is
a
it?
variety, some is 82,
Oh,
I'm in 40, it's affects a plethora of funds.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, Harstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Second reading of ordinance 368. An ordinance of the city of Crooks, South Dakota, amending the code of ordinances of the city of Crooks by amending Title II-Administration, Chapter 2.03, Elected Officials, Section 2.0301, Form of Government, Section 2.0303, Mayor Term and Election. So is that a,
Is that a first or second reading?
That's a second reading, we read the first one in October.
okay.
Okay. I move to approve then.
I'll second it.
Harstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, new business. Resolution 2025-35, a resolution of the City Council of Crooks, South Dakota, setting the date and time for the 2026 municipal election.
So we're doing this in order, because we just passed 368, we need to set the date and time, which is the primary date, which is June 2. And so why we're doing all of these ordinances and resolutions is because of House Bill 1130. So we have to publish notice of vacancy in 3 weeks, and we need to get everything figured out, all the details at this point. So I know it's kind of early, but we need to get this done.
Agree.
Move to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay. Sorry. Harstead. Okay. Harstead,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay. Resolution 2025-36, a resolution of the City Council of Crooks, South Dakota, designate a place for the municipality for each ward pursuant to South Dakota Codified Law 9-13-1.
Setting the
Move to
poll.
approve.
Okay, Harsted,
Aye.
Fire,
Aye.
Resolution 2025-37, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Crooks, South Dakota, adopting and establishing water and sewer rates and base rates for customers of the municipal water and sewer system, billing periods for said services. So I think, what do we go, 2.9%?
yep, we use the South Dakota CPI to increase the rates, and so the water rate is always gonna increase more, because we're increasing it also for the commodity increase from the supplier, because that is not a cost that really is ours to impact. That's what MCWC says, and theirs went up from $3.38 to $3.83, so it was quite a hefty increase on the commodity, but that's lumped in.
Move to approve.
Did they give any for their rate increase?
Yeah, so a lot of infrastructure improvements and loans, that was their argument, and I think then to a degree, increased operating costs. It was, I mean, I asked them because it was quite a bit that went up.
And is that a per gallon charge?
Yeah, per 1,000 gallons, it went up
Per 1,000, okay.
45 cents. So divide that by 1,000, that means ours go up by half a penny on the commodity side, and then 2.9 on the operating side for water. So the way the rate then is composed is 383 for 1,000 gallons for commodity, and then 290, I think 290 for the operating expenditures. So yeah.
We gotta
Okay,
need a second.
second.
Oh, Alan motion, Mike already seconded, so we just need a roll call vote now. Okay, Harsted,
Aye.
Fire,
Aye.
Resolution 2025-38, a resolution of the City Council of Crooks, South Dakota, transferring spending authority from the contingency function to meet the obligations of the city for 2025.
Move to approve.
Second.
Harsted,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, this is the law enforcement services agreement between Minnehaha County and the City of Crooks, and we need a motion to approve the enforcement services. And Tobias, did it go up a little from last year?
Yeah, it did. So we were paying $58,500, the hourly rate from $43.43 in 2025 to $45 in 2026. We budgeted the amounts. We get 325 hours a quarter, 25 a week. We can increase that if we ever need to. The agreement is, after reading through it, the same as last year. It has some provisions in there that we would like to have changed, but they are really, I don't think that we can convince them to change those or amend those. I have to say, go ahead, approve it, get it signed, and make sure we have the sheriff here next year, and then just, you know.
Move to approve.
A second.
Roll call.
Arstead,
Aye.
Fire,
Aye.
Mike, your motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Alan, second?
6:20.
Second, Alan?
Yep, he did.
Okay.
Yep, second.
Okay, Harsted,
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a
Don't
good
forget
evening.
2 weeks.
Yep, bye.
Yep.
Well,
6:30 on.
Have you been to a shorter meeting, Jim? Well, we've had them shorter, I think.
So,
A lot of, I'd like to, thank